I have a huge secret that I pretty much never like to share. Some would probably say I've been gatekeeping this information. But today I wanted to share with you one of the most amazing ways that if you look in the mirror and you're like, man, should I just go to a spa? Do I need a peel? What do I need? My skin just looks flat, dull. It just looks like there's this buildup of dead skin sitting on the surface. This is something that I learned from a doctor, and the reason I never like to share this is because this is something that it's so ridiculously potent. It's not just one product that I've shared before. This is how to do your own DIY at-home peel, and I'm not talking about buying one of those ridiculous kits on Amazon that, you know, is destroying people's skin barrier and now they're left with hyperpigmentation. But full disclaimer, this can be really, really intense for some people's skin types. So full disclaimer, if you decide to continue watching this video to learn what this at-home DIY do-it-yourself face peel is, you're not gonna hold me liable if your face falls off. No, I don't think that's gonna happen to anyone, but I don't recommend that you take any of my advice or anyone's advice on social media for that matter. Go to your doctor, go to your esthetician, go to whomever you trust for your beautiful face. I'm just sharing something that I learned a long time ago from a doctor that works miracles for my skin. In the beginning, I'm gonna share with you exactly what I do. Then I'm gonna share with you some alternatives that I have done. And then I'm gonna share with you a few things that, oh my gosh, if you do it, then you're just looking for trouble. So I will share with you some things in the end of what you should never, ever, ever do when attempting this at home. What we're gonna do is we're going to layer, not mix, we're going to layer two products, two basic ingredients that just work magic for the skin. Now, what I'm gonna show you first is something that was actually formulated to do this at-home hack so that nobody does something crazy and uses the wrong products. These are two products right here by the same brand because they were formulated to work together. This is my all-time favorite nightly vitamin A product. This is by the brand Medigate, my all-time favorite vitamin A serum. I'll pop a video up here to explain why it's 11 times more powerful than retinol, why it is so much better than prescription strength Retin A, in my opinion. And this is what really, over the past few years, I'm 53, this has continually helped my skin cells to just pretty much turn over more regularly than if I was not using something like this. This has helped my skin with firmness, it's helped with hyperpigmentation. This is the highest strength over-the-counter retinaldehyde that you can get. Now, if you want to see alternatives, or not necessarily dupes, but more affordable alternatives, because this isn't super duper inexpensive, it is on a huge sale right now. But if you want to see alternatives, I'll pop another video up here if you want to click on that, and it has every single detail of all of the skincare products that I love, and if any of them are more on the pricey side, I do share more affordable alternatives because I always do try to be kind to everyone's budget. But this is the product that I'm going to be using for my skin and for this at-home hack. Now, this other product is by the same brand. This is their Sleep Glycolic. And what this does is it has an acid in it, and by itself, this product is fabulous. It's a great exfoliating product. A lot of people, even myself, are sensitive to higher strength glycolic acid. This is a 10% glycolic in here. And a lot of glycolic acids that I have put on my skin in the past, just the way they're formulated, I put them on, and since I do have hyperpigmentation and melasma, I always want to be very careful what type of acids I put on my face. But many other glycolic products, they instantly will burn my skin because they immediately go to town and try to start kind of breaking up those bonds, those gluey bonds that are holding all the dead skin cells together on our skin that make us look a lot more dull and, you know, not as good as we'd like to look. But this type of glycolic it's an encapsulated type glycolic. So what it does is instead of you getting that instant burst of acid on your face and you're like, oh my golly, this burns, this has kind of like a shell around it, like probiotics. You know how some probiotics, they have that double layer of the capsule around them so that our stomach acids, as soon as we swallow them, aren't instantly killing off the good healthy bacteria in the probiotics. It's kind of like how probiotics have that double layer capsule so that it waits till it gets down where it's supposed to get before the probiotics can kind of go to town. So that's just kind of the best way to explain how the ingredient glycolic acid is encapsulated in that protective shell that will just kind of gradually melt into the skin overnight and gently allow for that exfoliation. By itself, this product is great. By itself, this product is great. But on their website, they actually recommend not mixing, but layering these products. This brand did formulate these to work really well together. So I'll just do a quick demonstration. I have cleansed my face already. Now I'm not gonna use some stripping cleanser that already has a bunch of acids in it. So read your ingredients on your favorite cleanser. But for me, I use the gentlest skin cleanser. And I only use this in the evening, by the way. This is not a concoction that we do during the day, ever. But I will use this in the evening. I do my double cleanse. So first I use my DHC Deep Cleansing Oil to gently remove makeup sunscreen. And then I will use my 𝑰𝑵𝑚 Extremely Gentle Cleanser. This is basically like a lotion. It's so gentle. It doesn't have fragrance. It doesn't have acids, no actives in it. And it just gently cleanses my face. And then I just kind of let my skin hang out with nothing on it for I'd say about 15, 20, 30 minutes. Because I don't want to go in while my skin is damp where it's going to absorb products a lot more quickly. Now, if you have super dry skin and you're like, I can't do that, then just put like a little pea size of your favorite moisturizer on, one that doesn't have actives in it. This is one by Vanicream, very gentle moisturizer. It's very hydrating, very moisturizing. Just put a teeny pea size of this on, and then still, I would let your skin just kind of hang out, chill out for 15, 20, 30 minutes before you do this hack. So then what I do, I just use about maybe like a pea size, a little bit bigger than a pea size, marble size of this Sleep Glycolic. This is a very nice kind of silky, creamy texture. And then I will just put it all over my face. Now I try not to get it too close to my under eye area, but I will work it right about here because when you're sleeping, products will kind of slowly migrate anyways, but just don't get it too close. I will even put just a smidgy up here right below my eyebrow, not here on my eyelid. No, I don't want to get an acid in my eyeballs while I'm sleeping, so just kind of use common sense. And if you need to use less product, go for it. Now I will also take a clean finger and kind of wipe off, or a towel, whatever, and kind of wipe off anything that got down in like the crevice of my nose, or perhaps you want to do that around your mouth because you don't want a thick buildup of product getting settled in those folds. Another reason why you want to use this in the evening, it's a very elegant formula for the evening, but it's not cosmetically elegant for daytime underneath sunscreen and makeup, because remember how I said it has that encapsulation layer around it that's protecting your skin so you don't get a massive burst of this acid right away. It kind of leaves like this thin film on the skin, so if you start rubbing it and manipulating it, it'll kind of pill up. So that's why it's meant for the evening. It leaves this nice film for that reason, to protect your skin. And then I use just one pea size of my crystal retinaldehyde. And same thing, I just kind of dot it all over my face, and I even bring it down my neck and my chest. Now, I will also do this on my neck and chest like once a month, not that often. And then I will gently rub this in right over top. These blend really well together. And I actually have not done this for probably about a month. And since I've been wearing hats nonstop and it's 100 degrees outside, my melasma is a hyperpigmentation, of course, from the sun, but it's also hormonal. But melasma is a tricky little thing because melasma also hates heat. So even though we think we're doing our skin, doing something good for our skin by putting on a hat, the heat that builds up under that, it can make my melasma even darker. There's no burning, there's no stinging, there's no irritation whatsoever, because again, this is encapsulated in that protective layer to prevent me from getting that big burst, but it's still a good 10% of glycolic acid. So overnight, the two of these will start working their magic together and it will create an at-home face peel. Now, after this is sat on my skin, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes, I will add my favorite nightly moisturizer. But if you are like, no, I need something really intense, this is by the brand 𝑰𝑵𝑚. This is their 𝑐𝑗𝑠. It comes in a few different sizes, but this little one lasts me months and months and months, because you literally just need the teeniest pea, like a pea or a marble size. And then look how thick this stuff is. I mean, it's super thick. It's not going anywhere. And I'll just rub it in on my fingers, and then I'll just kind of press it, especially if your sensitivity is around your mouth or your nose. I'll just press it all over my skin. I don't want to rub too hard because I don't want to manipulate where I put the sleep glycolic and my retinaldehyde. It's a very healing cream and it will help protect my skin overnight. And then when I wake up, not only have I received the results of this at-home peel, but now my skin is super hydrated, super moisturized, and it's super duper glowy. That is all I'm gonna do on my skin. I'm not adding any extra serums, lotions, and potions. Doing this at-home peel like this is fabulous because within a few days, if I look in a zoom-in mirror, I start to see a little bit like that layer of skin on my forehead especially, or right around here. It looks kind of like snake-like in a zoom-in mirror, and then within a few days, it just slowly sloughs off. Now, I don't scrub it to try to make it come off, but you will see sometimes I can peel it off, which don't ever do that, but let it come off on its own. Use a gentle cleanser, get in the shower with not intense pressure and not with heat, and then just kind of use your fingers and you'll feel that skin just gently peel off. It's really satisfying, but again, don't peel it, don't help it to peel. Any superficial spots, hyperpigmentation, it just kind of peels all of those dark spots off gently, and it just reveals that beautiful skin. You know, as we get older, our skin cells are not turning over the way they did when we were younger. So this kind of is a way to supercharge not only our vitamin A serum at night, but it's a way to supercharge our skin cells to kind of, you know, kick them into gear and get them to slough off even faster than they would to reveal that beautiful, healthy, plump, glowy, spot-free skin. Now, another more intense at-home peel. Perhaps you've tried this combination before and you're like, I just want something a little bit more intense. I have tried another way to do this at-home peel. And again, do not do this unless you've talked to your doctor. But many of you love the Dermalect Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum like I do. This is my all-time favorite Holy Grail serum. If I could only choose one serum out of all my products, other than, of course, the sunscreen, this is just my favorite that doesn't take months to see results. Within 15 minutes of using this, I see an instant amazing glow to my skin. My pores look super tight. My skin just looks like glass skin when I use this. If you know, you know. Many of you who follow me, this is your all-time favorite Holy Grail serum as well. I have tried this little at-home do-it-yourself peel with this. I'll put this on first. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't wanna layer different acids, but I will put my normal amount, a few drops of this, 6, 7, 8 drops of this, all over my face, neck, and chest. And then I will kind of let my skin chill out again, 15, 30 minutes, because that's why I say we don't want to mix anything together. We don't want to mess with the formulation and now it's not stable. And normally I don't wait to layer. I just go one after the other. But when I'm using something so potent like this, with this, I do wait and I put this on first, let it hang out 15, 30 minutes until it's fully absorbed into my skin. And then I'll do the same, one little pump of this and then blend that all over my skin. I will say when I use the combination of this with this one, I get a much more intense peel. There's no burning, there's no irritation for me, but again, within a few days, 3, 4 days, when I look in my little zoom-in mirror, the skin, it's really wanting to shed off like a snake. It's really neat to see, but you know, for a couple days, I'm like not loving my makeup when I do it, so I don't advise doing it right before going to a wedding or something like that. You don't wanna be standing there with pictures and you've got like flaky looking skin. The thing that I love is when the skin's peeling off, it's not burning, it's not irritated, it's not, I don't have downtime as if I just had some crazy peel in a spa that now can potentially trigger all kinds of additional hyperpigmentation and irritation. For me, this combination is a much more intense peel. For me, the results after I've gotten that beautiful peel after a few days to a week, oh my gosh, you're just gonna be blown away at how youthful your skin looks. That's what a vitamin A product does. It helps our skin cells to turn over, and an acid helps to shed off that dead skin. So the combination is just, it's absolute perfection. I love it so much. But let's just quickly talk about some things that I would never do. Number one, I would never do this little hack with that red serum from The Ordinary. You're just looking for trouble if you do that. The products just are not formulated to work together, and that product is just very, very strong for many people's skin, not everyone's. Another thing I would not do, I would not use prescription strength tretinoin with this little hack. Talk to your doctor first. Whatever your doctor prescribed, that's what you need to do. Don't try being a mad scientist and mixing your tretinoin with different acids unless your doctor has approved it. Tretinoin is so it's like bipolar. It has a mind of its own. It can be amazing and work wonders on someone's skin, you know, giving them that beautiful, youthful appearance. I was prescribed this 25 years ago for acne. And then of course I was like, ooh, my skin looks like it's aging very gracefully. So this does work great. But even with me using it 25 plus years, this has a mind of its own, and one day you're like, okay, everything's good, and then the next day you didn't do anything different. You didn't add any different actives, and the next day you've got all this burning redness, flaking, irritation, and now you're trying to calm it down. You have to go back to the drawing board, and it's just, to me, this is just such a finicky product, and I just don't like using it. I would rather use something that I can use every single night without irritation, but it's still so potent, just as potent as this one actually, without any irritation. But use whatever works best for you, but do not do this peel hack with your prescription. The other thing I absolutely would not do is I would not do a manual, meaning using your hands or a device. I would not do a manual exfoliation on the same night, and not even the night before. Not even with something that's super gentle like this. It's, you know, like those little cleansing devices with the little nubby things on the tip. No Clarisonic, don't even use a washcloth, no scrubby beads, nothing like that. If doing this little hack burns your skin immensely, or even just using a product like this, if this burns your skin, stop. Go back to the drawing board and use a very basic skincare routine, because that probably means your skin barrier has been compromised, and we do not want to compromise the skin barrier. We want our skin cells to turn over, we want our skin cells to slough off, we want to reveal beautiful glowy skin, but not because we have caused irritation and now our skin is burning and itching and irritated. So we're not gonna even do any type of manual exfoliation. These products are exfoliators. They're chemical exfoliators. So don't combine them. Let the chemicals do the work on their own. And speaking of exfoliation, another product we're not going to use is our razor. Maybe you use your little dermaplane little device. Maybe you use some type of device that removes hair. I like to use a razor, just a cheap men's razor. That's how I shave my face. This not only gets rid of that peach fuzz on the skin, but this also is a form of exfoliation. Have I done that before? Yes, I once used this and then this. I'll never make that mistake ever again. This is double exfoliation, so do not do this. And then one other thing we're absolutely not gonna do. I mean, all of these are sort of common sense, even though I have tried some of them, but we're not gonna do derma rolling or the derma stamping. That also is a form of exfoliation, and you're breaking through that skin barrier, creating those little channels. So we do not want to do something like this, which I saw somebody do that on social media once. They did a derma roller, poked all those little holes in their face, and then they put one of those strong acids from The Ordinary on, and I think the kid ended up having, like, I don't know, chemical burns and some serious issues. We're not gonna use any of those little devices before we do this type of at-home peel with our vitamin A. If you ask me, well, which one's better? Should you use this one from Medic 8 or this one? I would say if you want something a little more gentle and you are using the Medic 8 Crystal Retinol, again, this comes in super low strengths, and the lower strength is not as expensive. Maybe you already use strength 24, but you're like, oh, that would be too intense for me. Maybe get one of their lower strengths that you want to use when you're doing your at-home little peel. It depends on your skin. I don't know what everyone's skin is like. For me, like I said, once in a blue moon, I do like to use this, and then I will put some of this over top, and I just get the most amazing peel. Now, one other difference with this than this one only has the glycolic acid, and then of course it also has soothing ingredients in it. And again, it's encapsulated so that you get a gentle burst of the acid overnight. This one doesn't have that. You're gonna get the acid on your skin right away. That's why for me, it works in like 15 minutes, and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my golly, this is amazing. But not only does it have the glycolic acid that eats off that dead skin on the surface, this also has another acid that's gonna go down inside the pore, so it's kind of chemically scooping out anything inside the pore, making your pores look stretched out. So this is gonna give you that beautiful glass skin look as well, just by itself, without even adding this. And then this also has a little bit of vitamin C, which helps with brightening. Now, they're low amounts. They're not super high amounts. That's why I say I would not use the one in the red bottle from The Ordinary, because that's just ridiculously too strong and will probably cause a chemical burn, not a peel, but a burn on your skin. This one, to me, when I want really my skin I want to transform it like overnight, I will use this, and then of course this. And I do use the highest strength of the Crystal Retinol. So I have had quite a few people asking me, since I did mention it in a video video a long time ago of a trick to make this vitamin A product work 20 times stronger than what it actually is. And I've just been hesitant to share it because I don't want anyone to just willy-nilly go try it without knowing their skin or without talking to their doctor first. But I didn't want to keep gatekeeping it, and I didn't want to not share it since I did bring it up. Now, I have shared these two products before, I don't know, a year or two ago, but I have not shared how I use this with this if I want the most intense at-home peel, but still gentle enough to where I don't have any burning or irritation. Again, this is for an advanced skincare user, not for someone who has never used skincare, not for someone with rosacea, eczema, perhaps your melasma is really sensitive. So you want to proceed with caution. I know I just sound like a total broken record, but I can't stress that enough. But if you are very experienced in your skincare and you wanna take your skin to that next level and look like you just stepped out of a salon and had some $200, $300 peel, but you didn't spend that kind of money and you did it at home, and now you have a ton of product left over that you can continue to use over and over and over. This is like pennies compared to what you would spend at a spa. And if you want the most detailed skincare routine, if you just aren't sure how to layer products, if you don't know what products you absolutely need and what products that you probably don't need, but how to layer them into your skincare routine, I'm gonna pop the most detailed skincare video ever that I've ever done. Every single skincare question you possibly would have, I think I covered it in this video. Thanks so much for watching. Do not forget to use your sunscreen every day and reapply, especially if you're using something like this on your skin. And I hope you have the best day ever.